An attorney representing Sean Diddy Combs says federal agents who raided two of the music mogul's homes were hostile. The attorney claims the agents mistreated Combs' children and employees while conducting the raids on Monday. Agents searched Diddy's homes in Los Angeles and Miami.
Did you know that during the raids on Diddy Combs, the authorities reportedly seized a whopping $1.5 million in cash? It's definitely got people talking and wondering what's going on. Let's find out and see how this story ends. Let's take a trip down memory lane for a moment. So back in 1990, Diddy started off as an intern at Uptown Records, working closely with CEO Andre Harrell. It was a pretty cool opportunity for him to learn the ropes and get some mentorship, right? Together, they brought out some amazing young artists, and Uptown Records was on fire with each new release. But you know how things go south, right? Disputes started to pop up, and that's when Diddy decided to go his own way and create Bad Boy Records. Did that turn out to be a game changer? Let's find out. He played a major role in shaping the careers of talented stars like Mary J. Blige and Jodeci. It's pretty awesome to see how Diddy made his mark in the music industry, don't you think? Despite early successes, there have been some controversies surrounding him and his ventures, which is definitely casting a shadow over his reputation. It's gotten pretty intense though, to the point where federal law enforcement actually raided his properties. Pretty intense, right? On December 6, 2023, Diddy made a statement about the lawsuit saying, "Enough is enough. I've been quiet for weeks while people try to ruin my character and legacy," and also mentioned that these allegations are sickening and made by individuals looking for a quick payday, and added, "Let me be clear, I didn't do any of the awful things they're accusing me of. I'll fight for my name, my family, and the truth." So on March 25th, there was some pretty intense stuff happening involving Sean Combs. U.S. official confirmed that his properties in Los Angeles and Miami were raided as part of an ongoing investigation into assault trafficking. It's definitely a serious situation. There's even a video from Hilton, his mother, who captured the whole thing, showing armored vehicles and heavily armed officers surrounding the residences. She was pretty upset about the way things went down, questioning why there were guns pointed at her sons. Hilton is determined to fight for justice, and her son's attorney is looking into the use of force by law enforcement. She's not buying into any propaganda, that's for sure. But wait, there's more. Diddy's legal representative, Aaron Dyer, is speaking up too. He's calling the whole operation an excessive use of military-level force and denouncing the hostility shown towards Diddy's family and employees. It's definitely a lot to take in, and let's wait to get to the bottom of it all soon. Here's where things are definitely getting interesting with Diddy. According to Dyer, none of Diddy's family members have been arrested and they can still travel freely. Dyer is really emphasizing Diddy's innocence and calling this whole situation a witch hunt based on baseless accusations. He even mentioned that the media presence during the raids seemed coordinated and led to a rush to judgment. Dyer wants everyone to know that there's been no criminal or civil liability found against Diddy. He's innocent and he's gonna keep fighting to clear his name every single day. It's definitely a tough spot to be in and a big impact on his reputation, and it's hard to say how it will all turn out. So, things are really heating up for Diddy. It's definitely serious now that Homeland Security is involved in investigating the allegations of assault trafficking. It is a big deal, no doubt about it. But here's the interesting part. Diddy hasn't faced any legal consequences so far. His attorney, Aaron Dyer, is denying all the claims and even criticizing the excessive force used during the raids. It's definitely a tense situation, and you know what's even more interesting? Legal expert Romani suggests that this investigation might have something to do with Diddy's past troubles, particularly his legal disputes with his ex-girlfriend Casey. Her lawsuit alleging assault and physical abuse seems to have sparked a chain accusations, with other women coming forward with similar accounts. Isn't it captivating for how one event can lead to a series of unexpected consequences? Now, let's break it down and talk about what happened between Casey and Diddy. So, Casey filed a lawsuit against Diddy after being in a relationship with him for a whole decade. In her complaint, she made some really serious accusations against him. She claimed that he physically assaulted her, physically abused her, and even involved her in trafficking. It's really shocking, isn't it? According to Casey, Diddy signed her to his label when she was just 19 and he was 37. Throughout their relationship, she said he had complete control over her personal and professional life, making it really hard for her to get away from him. She also mentioned that he made her carry a gun in her purse and forced her to do inappropriate things with male workers. She even said that the abuse was known by Diddy's staff and employees at Bad Boy Entertainment, and that's really messed up. Eventually, in 2018, Casey left what she called her long-time abuser after an alleged assault. But even after leaving, she mentioned that she's still dealing with a lot of emotional distress. It's really heartbreaking to hear what she's been through. But here's an interesting twist. Romani suggests that Casey's inside knowledge of Diddy's affairs actually prompted her to reveal some really damaging information, which then inspired other victims to come forward. It sounds like things are really heating up as the investigation nears its end. Romani even predicts that Diddy might face federal assault trafficking charges in the future, and they advise Diddy to get his legal team ready because things are moving pretty quickly. And those recent raids on Diddy's properties by Homeland Security agents, turns out they're related to a separate assault trafficking investigation. It's definitely casting some uncertainty over the whole situation, and Diddy's mansions are getting a lot of attention, and he's probably feeling the pressure. Now, his lawyer is going really on the offensive, calling the whole investigation a witch hunt based on accusations made in civil lawsuits. One of those lawsuits involves a shocking allegation from an anonymous woman referred to as Jane Doe. She claims that back in 2003, Diddy flew her to his New York studio where he allegedly gave her a lot of drugs and alcohol. She even shared a photo of herself goofing around with him in his Manhattan studio. It's really intense, right? And get this, she's not the only one. Casey Ventura also filed a lawsuit against him, and now, two more women named Elisa Gardner and Joy Dickerson-Neal have come forward with separate lawsuits from the early 1990s. It's crazy to think about all these serious allegations piling up against Diddy. Multiple women speaking out like this definitely puts him in a tough spot. And here is where it gets even more messier. Amidst the chaos, a former dancer for Combs, Tanika Ray, in December 2023 bravely came forward, accusing Combs and his crew of a truly horrifying gang assault that allegedly happened when she was just 17. The details are really disturbing, and it's heartbreaking to think about what she went through. It didn't end here, though. In late February, music producer Rodney Lilro Jones filed a lawsuit claiming that he was forced to participate in doing some really questionable things for Combs' pleasure. He even mentioned that there were underage girls present at these parties that took place at Combs' homes and on a rented yacht. And yet, all the accusations, Combs' attorneys are denying all these claims, but with everything that's coming out, it's hard to not feel like there's a lot of trouble ahead for him. It's definitely a complex and intense situation. Meanwhile, it seems like Diddy has been laying low lately and letting his legal team handle things, but on a brighter note, he did share some super cute Easter Sunday pics of his youngest daughter, Love Sean. It's always nice to see some adorable family moments, especially amidst all the chaos. It's crazy how the so-called Curse of Combs is starting to show its effect on John Diddy Combs. His once thriving record labels have hit a roadblock with all the violence, tragedy, and legal issues going on. It's definitely been a tough time for him. Here's a thought to wrap it up. Do you think that there is any way Diddy could ever escape this? Drop your thoughts, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.